how's it going? How's that PAX West jet lag getting you? I have to say, I am knackered.
Oh, yeah, I've solved it.
Solved it?
Yeah, so jet lag happens when your body is forced into the wrong time zone. So what I've done is I've created my own time zone that I'm always in. It's called Luke Mean Time, or LMT.
Oh, well, it's 12:30, so it's time to film Show of the Weekend.
12:30 UK time is actually 8 PM LMT. I'm going to the cinema.
What? What time are you back?
Oh gosh, 7 PM UK time, which is 11 AM LMT. Oh, heads up, 7 AM and 1 PM UK time are also 11 AM LMT because I wanted to have brunch every meal.
Oh, and I wonder what time the working day starts on LMT?
9 AM.
And what about UK time?
It actually doesn't occur very often, it's something to do with the moon. See ya! Show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend.
Right, you get back here. You're doing Show of the Weekend.
Oh, do you know what time it is, LMT? Exhausted. Shaken awake.
I don't care. We're going to do Show of the Weekend and you're going to enjoy it. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
I'll tell you what is also good fun is the game Astral Chain on the Nintendo Switch. Yes. Astral Chain themed episode commence with some chat. Ellen, we've both been playing this game that came out on the Switch. Turns out it's good.
It is good. It's a ridiculous platinum game.
Yes.
Which is what I love.
The combat is absolutely ludicrous. It's so over the top. The thing I really like about the Legions is that the idea is in the fiction of the game that there are these evil beings called chimeras. They are sort of bad, nasty, pixely monsters from another dimension that are slowly devouring Earth. And the chimeras, some of them have been basically not tamed, but kind of controlled.
Yes.
Or like put on a leash, which is this like astral chain. And then once you've got that, you can mind control them and they'll fight for you. But quite early on in the story, like you're out on a mission, and everyone's got one of these Legion creatures, and they all get free. And the second they get free, they turn on their masters and try and kill them. Which to me really implies that every single second they were under command,
they actually hate you.
Hating it, absolutely hating it. I think that's interesting.
I think that's really interesting. It was also something that was like, oh, I'm joining this team, and they all have slightly different abilities with their little legions. Wonder whether I'm going to get all of those in the end somehow.
Oh, I have to say, that didn't occur to me. It's obvious in retrospect, and then once they all get free, the game becomes about like trying to get them all back, basically. There's something kind of dark about the idea of your Legion, basically. Like when you're doing the combat and doing the fighting, so the idea that they are, because they're like fighting their own kind. Yes, it's messed up.
It is.
So I don't know how far through the game I am. I think I'm about halfway or maybe a little bit further. It's a little hard to judge, but I mean, I've played it for quite many hours now, so I'm pretty far in.
I've played a fair bit of it, but I'm not as far along as you, I don't think.
What I like about it is that it's got that sort of Bayonetta-y Nier Automata combat that's very, very focused on dodging and counter-attack. Yeah, it is challenging. I feel like it's challenging to do the combat correctly, and that I miss a lot of the timing cues.
The options,
I fail to dodge a lot of the time because there's so much going on. Controlling the Legion is done by holding down the left trigger, and then you can move them with the right stick, and the rest of the time the right stick controls the camera. And you can change what weapon you've got, and you can change what kind of Legion you've got equipped. So there's a lot
of different things to remember.
Yeah, there's a lot to remember.
I found that I kept doing the thing where I press the button to move the Legion, but I'd be pressing the button to move the Legion, and instead of moving the camera one, because I'm so used to that being the camera, I was just walking around. So the Legion was staying in one place, but I was running, and I was like, why isn't this way?
I was doing that as well. It's taken me a long time to get used to. But the game is really generous with how much health you have and how much damage attacks do. So even though I'm screwing up loads and loads and loads, I've not lost a fight yet. It's not a hard game, but if you wanted to really get good at the fight, a bit like Bayonetta, but if you wanted to really master it, There's
loads
of depth.
Easy to play, hard to master, and that's the best type of play, like kind of design. I think
so. On harder difficulty modes, you get given like a score at the end of each battle, like in Devil May Cry or like in Bayonetta or other games like it. Whereas I'm playing on the medium difficulty, so it doesn't do that. It's just
don't tell me how bad I was.
It's cool. Sometimes it's nice.
And so when you play through a Bayonetta level and you're like bronze, you're like.
This way I always feel like a badass, even when I'm screwing everything up.
The other thing I really like that the game does is it offers you two kind of like variants of things like health potions and stuff, whereas you have the ones that you can keep forever and use throughout the whole game, but then you have ones that you can only use within that kind of level and that area, and then you hand them in at the end. And that basically means that you're just like, okay, I'm just going to use health stuff rather than hoard it and hoard it.
I was expecting the combat to be as like rad and as glorious as it was, but actually I think the stuff when you're not fighting is just as good.
It's really satisfying going around and hoovering up the little like red.
Oh yeah, I knew you would like. When I find that a little bit irritating because I don't. I see them.
You send out your legion and they hoover up all like the corruption, basically.
Yeah, it's a little bit like it reminds me a lot of the Lego games where you like collecting all the bricks. Sometimes I see those red.
But you just walk along with your legion, and it's fine.
Just walk past them.
Because I found in the live stream, I was like, "Look, Luke," and you're like,
I'm like, "Oh, yeah, fine." Well, if you see them, it's like, well, I probably should mop it up, but.
The thing is, there are a lot. When I was playing through one of the levels, I was like really looking out for them, and they were like, "You found 68%," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's for completionists, I think. Once I did a few levels, and it was like, "Oh, you got half of them" or something. I was like, "Right, that's it. I'm not getting any of it." It's like either I can reasonably expect to get all of it, or I'm not going looking. Not going looking, game. But yeah, I love all of the non-combat stuff. The translation, the localization is really good because it's just written with, it reminds me so much of Nier Automata, like that slightly strange sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like just everything is slightly odd.
Come back soon and bring money next time.
A good example is quite early on, like when you're exploring the police station. If you go in the bathroom, you get told like, "Oh, do you know there's a fairy that lives in the bathroom?" And you're like, "What?" And then you go to you can like talk to a closed store door, and there's a voice that's like, "Please bring me toilet paper." Well, I gave them the toilet paper and they just wanted more. It's almost like one single sheet isn't enough. I mean, we don't know what kind of situation they're facing in there. So, it's not an open world game.
No.
But you are presented each level with a fairly large explorable area, which is full of NPCs and side quests. And I like that format.
It's a very kind of like Nier Automata format where it is technically like an open world game, but it's not.
But not really.
It's not really. It's fairly confined, but not in a way that feels constricting. It feels tailored. I think it's better to have a smaller world with enough to do in it than a big, huge expanse.
Yes.
With like
that's empty.
just like nothing in it. So yeah, I do trust Platinum Games to do a good like their stuff is very single player linear narrative game. We know what we're doing. Just trust us. And I'm like,
it's another good example of that. I've not played every Platinum game. You know, I'm not an expert or anything, but people are saying it might be the best Platinum.
Could
maybe
be,
the best Platinum game. So if I think just generally it's excellent. I've just been having an absolute ball with it. So yeah, give it a go if you have a Switch.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's a Switch exclusive.
It is, but the Bayonetta is now Switch exclusive. So
yeah, I suppose so. Great. I mean, great for the Switch. But yeah, it's a shame that if you've got like a PlayStation, you wouldn't get to play it. But maybe it'll come out.
Maybe down the line.
Anyway, in this Astral Chain themed episode, Ellen, we've talked about it, and now let's talk about it in a way where we're not actually talking about it anymore. We're just talking. That's what the quiz is.
What a link.
Oh, wait.
People of the Ark, your time is drawing to a close. They will ask you to sacrifice everything for their ambition. To sell you a false peace, building a cage around you with lies. Prepare yourselves. You must sacrifice.
They've declared a state of emergency.
Neuron, move out.
Roger.
Iris is on, people. Time to look for clues.
Astral Chain is out on Switch now. Actually, it came out last week, but we were away, so the quiz had to wait. But now it is the quiz.
It is the quiz.
Here is the quizzing. The game sees you play as a member of the Neuron Police Task Force, athletic officers with great hair, who are also capable of being psychically tethered to a legion, which is a sinister chimera monster from another dimension brought under your control via a psychic chain. Ellen, the legions you'll encounter take 5 forms: sword, axe, arrow, arm, and beast. No guesses for what Ellen's favourite will be. These spectral pals will fight with you to wipe out enemy chimeras, but are only visible to you and your colleagues, and are totally invisible to ordinary folks. Ellen, tell me about your own imaginary friends.
Oh no. First off, one of my imaginary friends was Raphael, named after the Ninja Turtle.
But not the Ninja Turtle.
Not the Ninja Turtle, he just had the same name.
Okay.
Because also a kid at my school was also called Raphael, and so I thought that kid was the coolest kid ever. Because he had the same name as a Ninja Turtle. The other one was Sam Windowsill.
Sam Windowsill.
Because I did something and I was like being silly and cheeky. My mum was like, Ellen. I was like, it wasn't me, it was Sam. Literally looked at a window and went, Windowsill.
That's amazing. Well, okay, that's amazing. What was Raphael like?
I can't remember exactly, just like a cool person.
Just cool guy.
Yeah.
This is interesting that you should mention that, because my imaginary friend when I was a kid was called Darren, and was and in my mind looked like a kid at school who I thought was really cool, but like wasn't friends with me. I just thought
they're so cool.
So it was cool. So I was like, that's the
fantastic. We couldn't be friends with the cool kids, so we pretended to be.
And a dragon. I had an imaginary pet dragon.
I had an imaginary Pegasus for a while.
Nice.
But unicorn Pegasus.
My imaginary friend and dragon were summoned by pressing the light on my Casio calculator watch a certain number of times. It was like once for Darren and twice for the dragon.
Yeah, you just wait till my dragon shows up. Boop, boop. I think we've killed John.
They're happy and sad tears. That's the thing.
Ellen.
I like how we both went fantasy animals as well.
Yeah, well, you see real animals all the time. Yeah. I'm going to see a dragon, except in my mind. Ellen, Astral Chain isn't all about high-octane combat. You'll also be solving puzzles and cracking cases by gathering clues and getting to know your colleagues in the police department. That police department has a mascot, Lappy, a huge excitable dog who is in charge of public relations and somehow always there. Did you get far enough into the game?
I've not met Lappy.
Shall I show you Lappy?
Yeah.
If you connect your Legatus, you can Legion's come.
Ellen, Lappy reminds me of another Japanese video game whose police department has a cartoonish mascot. Can you remember who?
Right, I'm trying to think of Oh, well, I was going to say Resident Evil, but now
No.
I think maybe Phoenix, right?
Yes, you remember.
I really want Resident Evil one to have one, though. That would be quite funny.
Yeah.
Like, wandering around the
Maybe
police
it
station
does.
and then you find, like, a beheaded mascot.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yes, the Blue Badger from the Ace Attorney series.
That's the one.
Ellen, the concept of a police force having a cute mascot may seem strange. But in fact, those living in Tokyo will be familiar with Pipo Kun, the adorable mascot of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department.
Aww.
Yeah. Now, for the viewers only, here is Pipo Kun. Ellen, you must draw Pipo Kun based only on verbal directions from John. Okay, Ellen, you're ready to create your own Pipo Kun. I'm shouting because John now has my microphone.
I apologise to all fans of Pipo Kun in advance for how badly this is going to go.
Okay, John.
Right, Ellen, the first thing I want to say is that actually this creature is really lovely. So think lovely and cute.
Okay.
I'm going to stick my neck out and say that this is some kind of mouse.
Mouse, okay.
All right? And the predominant colour is a sort of darkish beige, light brown. Pose-wise, sort of doing a salute. Ears are quite big and pointy-uppy.
Pointy. Is it round ears or...
Ovular.
So more like...
We'll say ovular.
Big head compared to the rest of the body?
Absolutely.
So you have a very pointy nose.
Button. Cute button.
Button nose.
Tiny
so
cute
like...
button. Big eyes, big cute eyes. He's naked. There's a hat. There's this blue hat. But
Is it really big ears?
Yes. I want to say Mickey Mouse has a... You know how... Doesn't Mickey Mouse have a kind of like V shape here on his face? Like a widow.
Yeah.
Like that. Right. So imagine that.
Yeah.
For the way this hat starts. So you've got this V thing.
What colour's the hat?
It's blue. It's a light blue. I think this is, if we get this right, I think this is
so like
quite
a little
key
kind
to
of...
the branding. And then it's like coming up like a Santa hat.
What colour are the eyes?
Black.
Black. So I'll go for a brown.
Yeah, black. Just your...
Are they like round? Just...
They're like your normal... They're
eyes?
like... you've got like a line here for the top of a cheek.
Mm-hmm.
No pointing to your face, John.
Sorry. You've got right. So the bottom of the eye is like a top edge of cheek curve. So that's one curve, and then you've got a big curve, archway curve going up. So you know how Pikachu's eyes are black but with a little white.
Yeah.
Right.
Already
Do that, but leave some white for the white of an eye. There's a salute going on.
Okay.
Because he's police based.
Has he got like a arm on his hip? What's the other hand doing? Or is it just...
Yeah, it's like a... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
we're committing to the legs.
The legs are quite short. Well...
John, you have to be ready.
Hang on. Well, but what I was going to say was the legs are quite short, but the feet are quite big. So maybe you can turn some of the ankle... Some of the bottom of those long legs you've just drawn into big feet.
I was like thinking, what if a person in a mascot?
Oh, that's fine. We can just say that those lines at the bottom are some kind of reflection. He's standing by the edge of a pond. Oh, Ellen, well done.
There we go.
Okay.
I want you to do a belt. He's got a white buckle, but then also coming from the belt is a diagonal like a Chewbacca
bandolier
thing. Bandolier, thank you, Luke.
Like a brownie sash.
It's a sash.
I just feel like it'll just be infinitely better if it's all filled in.
Okay, you ready to see the real Pipo Kun?
No.
See yours, and then I'll hold this up next to you so you can compare. I think yours. I think yours has a certain charm. See, regular Pipo Kun is just like, hey, yeah, let's be cool. Or is this one? I wouldn't commit a crime in this guy's town. Great stuff, Ellen. But success in Astral Chain demands lightning-fast reflexes and total control of the cross-dimensional chain that links you to your Legion. Are you a speedy chain master? I'm going to give you just 3 minutes to make a paper chain. Long enough to trap the most powerful Legion of them all, Mike. By which I mean, in 3 minutes, can you make a paper chain as tall as Mike?
Okay.
To help you out on your speed crafting mission, I'm going to allow the use of a stapler.
Yes.
Using a stapler at speed, arguably not a great idea. And here is a bunch of paper strips. Bonus points if the colours form a pretty pattern. 3 minutes. Are you ready? Go. I'll queue up your next one.
No, you said pretty pattern.
Oh, sorry.
And then you gave me trash one. That's it. Good alternate colours. Yep, yellow one next, and then red again. They're quite stumpy bits of paper.
Oh, hang on, no, I've given you the wrong colour.
Yep, perfect. Yellow. Come on.
How much time?
10 seconds.
Yeah.
I think you can get a couple more under your belt. Green and blue. I'll let you finish that one. And that is time. It's an impressive length.
It's not as big as me.
It's not as big as you, but is it as big as Mike? Let's find out. Here we have a mic. Yes, but Ellen, what you're doing there is you've not stretched out yet.
Oh.
So if I hold this up to, it's go. I think it might just. No, hang on. Pull down a bit. It's got a bit of give.
No, it's ripping.
No, it's fine.
It's ripping.
There we go.
Touching the floor.
It's up to
It's not touching the floor, Luke.
Oh.
You're pulling it
crouch
too
a
much.
bit.
Oh yeah, if we crouch a bit.
This is my normal posture.
There we go.
Yeah, this is the important way, and it definitely fits.
And a fabulous accessory coming into autumn. And this is how we announce our new merch. Thank you very much, Mike.
You are welcome.
Having been captured by Ellen, you are now under her complete control. Well, Ellen, I think this tells us everything we need to know about Astral Chain. You're looking at the Astral Chain right here, folks. So now let's find out what links you guys have been putting together in the comments. Trapped again!
Previously on the channel, we had our Dungeon Master Johnny share the ways in which we totally derailed his plans.
Running tabletop campaigns for this lot has taken a terrible toll on me. I'm only 14 years old. And I'm determined that the hardships that I, as a Dungeon Master, have endured not be suffered by any of you.
Commenter Monica Dietrich had another name for the video that we could have used. Alternative title, Things Johnny hasn't quite forgiven the Oxventurers.
I'm sure he's forgiven us.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed mad, but you have to remember, we're all in character, so it's just pretending.
Oh, well, actually, Johnny's the only one who isn't in character.
Oh, we're in trouble. Elsewhere in our last show of the weekend, I went through hell and back as Ellen put me through an adventure for Ancestors the Humankind Odyssey. Oh my god, was the rectangular that was at like Alan's camcorder? Or
The rectangular
Alan
thing.
have a camcorder?
Alan being... But he doesn't have a camcorder, so he did it in leaves.
Oh!
Found foliage.
Found foliage.
Oh, for
Instead
God's
of found footage.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you, John. Some people admired my work, including Claire T, who said, writing an entire branching quiz and nearly 20 minutes of filming to set up the pun found foliage. I can do nothing but admire Ellen's commitment to the puns. That is next level.
Commitment to the puns? What about the commitment to the ancient leopards?
What? Come on. I mean, there's one right there. Leopards. Also on the channel, we went back to D&D as the last episode of our recent adventure of Out of Order saw one character laid bare.
Looking at me, leopards.
I'm trying to be pacifist about this. I'm trying to help any way I can. So I'm going to issue a command. And that command is disrobe. Whoa! Whoa! Because he'll lose his armour, but also,
What about stop?
Corazon, if you want to see those sweet pecs,
Merwin
I'm fine with it.
insisting surrender.
Surrender would also work.
no, that's boring. I used that one before disrobe.
Some commenters felt a lot of sympathy for Johnny, especially after his recent video, including David Conover, who said, remembering Johnny's video on how players destroy a DM's plan, Mike, command, disrobe! Johnny's soul dies a little. Hey, at least it's only a little.
Yeah, he can deal with a few hundred more of those before Cthulhu gets him.
Or the leopard.
Finally, we looked at some of the games coming our way this September, including Gears 5, a series which Ellen gave a good idea of with some strong miming.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yep, that's basically the Gears experience, I think, yeah. This looks like more of what Gears players will be basically used to, I think.
Some people were impressed with my acting skills, including WiseGirl127, who said, I just want to say, from a Gears fan, Ellen's demonstration was absolutely brilliant.
It was good, but just wait until you've seen her do Mario Kart.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, got the starting boost. Very good. Oh, Donkey Kong won't like that. Blue shell, blue shell! Ellen, you ready for some fan art?
Yeah, not happy with that blue shell situation.
No.
Landed
yeah.
right on my butt. Not fun.
Not good. I don't know how Mario does it.
Don't know. Doing the butt stomp.
Must do
Ow.
a lot of yoga.
Yeah.
Flexible. Resilient. Look at what Jay Sketcher sent in. Hey, look, it's this adorable cartoon Merylwen. So nice. I really like the pattern.
Yes.
And look at the patches on the knees. Did you spot that?
There's a cat and a bear.
This makes me think that Merylwen needs a Cartoon Network series.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, someone who's been very busy recently is John Miller, who sent us these incredible 3D renders.
They're so good.
Magically appearing in the book by Magic. Of all of our D&D characters in some really cool poses. Dob doing this rad knee slide.
Yes, I love it.
Metal.
My Meryl being like, whoosh,
so elegant.
And get my arrow out to be like the one.
Yeah, everyone's looking great. These are really cool.
They're really cool.
Very technically advanced. Look, Catherine Honnell sent in this. Remember I mentioned I would like that on a t-shirt?
She's put it on
and
a t-shirt.
And here's the design.
You failed to account for the ancient leopard.
So that you can always feel like there's an ancient leopard around. That's how I feel a lot of the time anyway.
And leoparding.
Elendipud. Maybe that'll work better written down. Thank you all so much as ever for your excellent fan arts. So good.
Excellent.
As evs. So Ellen, can I finally move back onto LMT now because I'm tired?
No.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, LMT.
No, it's not. You're
Why are you
fine.
making me be awake?
You're here. Just stay awake. Stay awake, and it'll be fine.
Unfair working conditions.
We just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that we saw at PAX West this weekend. People who came to our meet and greet and our Q&As.
Movie night.
Our movie night.
Where we had an amazing time.
It was very good.
Even though we watched the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993.
Yeah.
Which is pretty terrible, but kind of great.
It's very bad, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Also, thanks to people who joined us when we played Werewolf,
that
which
was
I
so much
believe
fun.
is on Dicebreaker
on
now.
Dicebreaker,
so
check it out.
That.
See us playing werewolves. I should warn you, it's pretty high level play. If you're going in there as a werewolf, casual player, some of it's going to be a little over your head because Mike and I we're on another level, strategy wise. So try to keep up if you fancy. Yeah, I accuse Mike. Yeah, it was lovely to see you all. And another great PAX under our belt, so we're very happy. And Ellen, they announced that Untitled Goose Game is coming to the Switch.
I know, which was great timing because it meant that we couldn't put it in game for September, which made me very upset because we're so excited for that game.
Would you say that you're honking excited?
I'm honking mad that we couldn't talk about it, but yay!
There it is. Would you say you're ready to go ape? Would you say you failed to account for the ancient leopard? Fine, right.
Well, I'm a goose, innit?
Well, what beats a goose? A lasso. Oh, I didn't do it as well.